All right, authors. Okay. It's time. It's time for Authors Excerpt Sunday. And today's topic is let's talk authors about your career. Let's talk authors about your career. How important is it to you and the things that you have to do in order to have a successful career? Okay, so I asked a question earlier this week. Why are you not doing interviews? Why are you not doing interviews? So, we're going to get into this topic and we're going to, deep dive into this. And I want to know how you feel. I want to know how everything is for you. And, if you have questions, if you have, topics you want to talk about for Authors Excerpt Sunday, leave a comment, reach out to me. I am Sharice at ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com, or you can write me www.ShariceNJohnsonMoore.com on my website, and I will be glad to hear from you. Okay, and just come on, let's ask these questions and let's put some actions behind what we're doing as authors. Okay? All right, come on, let's do this. Hello, everyone. Hello. Sharice Johnson Moore here, your hope builder, lifting you out of your sorrow by guiding you to see the Christ within through scripture and practical applications. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Authors Excerpt Sunday. My name is Sharice Moore, and I want to talk to the authors. Want to talk to the authors, okay? I want to talk to the authors about your careers. Talk to you about your careers, child. About your careers. Okay. I want to say this. Being an author is not easy. Just because you write, I know this may sound negative at the beginning, but I want to just get this out of the way. Being an author is not easy. Being an author is not easy because you got a lot of stuff to do when it comes to authorship, especially if you self-published your book. Especially if you self-published your book, right? And, it depends on what you want to do with your career as an author, as an author. Do you want to continue this, or do you want to I'm just writing for fun, or do you want to go full-fledged Rambo on them and just go ahead and just do all kind of stuff with your book? Turn it into paperback? Do you want to turn it to a hardback? Do you want to turn it to an audio book? Do you want to turn it into a course, or turn it into a workshop or things like that? And I've been giving giving some ideas, and I've been implementing them myself, and I had I also invested in myself to get me a business coach. I invested in myself to get me a business coach because I was feeling lost and I was feeling overwhelmed and I was feeling like what I'm going to do next. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. That this book here, this workbook, had been in development for almost 3 years. That book had been sitting in my head for 3 years. That workbook had been sitting in my head for 3 years. And I just kept messing around like I did on my first book. But then I decided to go ahead and get a business coach to help me, like, what do I need to do? Because I just felt overwhelmed. I felt like really overwhelmed. Like, what am I going to do with this? You know, I had the ideas, I had the concepts, and I was like, what am I going to do next? And I've heard all these horror stories. I mean, I'm going to say horror stories. That's what because I think they're not horror stories before we deal with them. I'm going to say that. They're not horror stories until we are faced with the fact that we invested our money with a company and now they just give you the book and go about your business. Now, if you want to do the marketing, that's some more money. I think that, kind of, I don't know. I think that's, whew. So, I don't know. When it came to my first book, I wrote it. I messed around, stopped for 6 months. I turned around and wrote for 6 months, stopped for 6 months, wrote for 6 months, and then I decided, I got this letter from on Amazon saying your book is live, and I kind of, hello, how you doing, Kaylee? How you doing, baby? And welcome to Authors Extra Sunday. And I wanted to say, I decided to publish my own book. God had laid it in my heart to publish my own book, to publish it on my own, do everything on my own. And like I said, I had got that letter from Amazon saying your book is live, but I realized, oh Lord, I don't got but 3 chapters in that book so far, and they wasn't even finished. They wasn't finished. The book was not finished. So I had to take it down, and then turn around and put it back up. What I'm going to say is make sure everything is in completion before you publish it. Make sure everything is in completion before you publish the editing, the proofreading, the book cover, the who's going to get the credit, who's going to get put the copyright, play copyright. Make sure everything is done before you publish your book. Because the one thing you don't want to do is publish your book and then find out it's some stuff wrong with it. And then you got to take it down. Then you got to go through all this process of correcting all the stuff you done. There's nothing like, oh God, child. So, how far do you want to carry your career as an author? How far you want to carry this career? How often? How do you want to do this career? Do you want to do it full-time, part-time, or sometime? That's why I say, authors, let's talk about your careers. Because I want to say to all the authors, you're going to need exposure. All the self-published authors, I'm talking to, hey, I don't care if you are old, I don't care if you are with a company, you're going to need your exposure. And how you want to do that is how you want to, your career, what you want to do with it. Do you want to do it sometime? I do it this week, I ain't doing it next week. It's considered a business. It's considered a business. Authorship is considered a business because you filed the papers to make this a company. So it's a business. It's, I do it sometime and I do it this week and I think about it and I'll sit down and write and I might do it this week and I might do, look, books are just like babies. They need attention all the time. Books are just like babies. They need attention all the time. Don't get so comfortable. Well, oh well, I sell a book here and I sell a book there. No. And then and you got like somebody going to come knocking at your door tomorrow. Oh, I want to buy 1,000 books. If don't nobody know about you, ain't about nobody buying no 1,000 books. Let's be real. We as authors, we get to this point. Oh, I'm gonna write this book. Okay, now this is what my concept was when I wrote my first book. Right? It was, oh, I'm gonna write this book and I'm gonna become famous and everybody's gonna want my book. I wish I had a noise for the cricket sound, because that's what it was. Because after I wrote the book, I needed to advertise. And I wasn't advertising nothing. I wasn't getting on telling nobody on Facebook. I wasn't putting no ads together. I didn't have no graphic arts designer. The one I had, he just made the book cover and that was it. And I didn't think no further than just publishing the book. I didn't think past publishing. I thought about, all right, I'm gonna make all this money. Okay, everybody gonna know about my book. Oh, Amazon. No. Okay, that was not happening. Amazon, yeah, okay. Until you get the status where everybody know your name and you come out with a book and they go in to buy it like this, you got to work at it. You got to work at it. And that means work on it all the time, where it's constantly in their face. I got this analogy from a young lady on Instagram, and she motivated me to really rekindle this relationship with doing advertising anything about my book. I had a business coach, and I was doing, and I would get depressed because wasn't nobody buying it. Hey, Two Strings, how you doing, baby? And the thing was that wasn't nobody buying the book. I put out all this advertisement. I put out all this. I put this advertisement on Facebook and Instagram and all these things, and try to tell people about the book and advertise it, and won't nobody buying it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I dealt with that with my second book. With this book, I had put out the advertisements. I had put out everything about this book. I got flyers. I got ads. I got this. I got that. And I'm telling people about the book, and ain't nobody. Everybody coming to the website, but ain't nobody buying nothing. Maybe because I just had a major slap in my face about my website. I had somebody audit my website. And she says, this is not working. This is this. And this is, she was telling me everything was wrong with my website. So now I'm revamping that. I'm revamping the website. And I'm going to say this. Everything does not happen overnight. It does not happen overnight. It just is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be an instant success overnight with one book. Unless you really, got clout in your city or whatever. You got clout somewhere. You got a genie in your pocket or something. You got to work at this. Being an author is a career. Yeah, well, I've seen, and that was so amazing that it takes time. 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 It takes time to become somebody that is making $1 million in a year, making this in a year. It takes time. Sometimes it take you 5, sometimes it take you 10, sometimes it even take you 20, 30 years to even get there, because God knows when you're ready for the increase. And after, I'm being honest with y'all, after my book did not take off the way I thought it was going to take off, I got depressed. I got seriously depressed because my book didn't take off. I'm all the advertising and telling everybody and and I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter and I'm on this and I'm doing this. And I'm talking about the book and all that. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I can talk to them, I'm blue in my face, but ain't nobody buying it. So I got depressed and stopped. I stopped all kind of action. I was like, fuck it, I ain't worried about that. Like fuck it. Like never mind, bump it. I'm just through. I'm just, I'm not gonna worry with this book. I'm not gonna care. And then something hit me. Something hit me and said, keep working at it. Keep working at what you're doing about your book. Keep helping authors in these groups with their books. But I'm going to tell you one thing I know for sure. I did get some results because when I started to come into this, out of that depression, I went full force with what I have. I don't care. Ain't nobody in the lives. Ain't nobody in the live. I'm still gonna talk. I realize that because you never know who's gonna watch this video later. And authors, you got to advertise. You got to go do the interviews. You got to do the promos. You got to do whatever it takes to get your book out there. Just because I had a flop don't mean yours gonna flop. Okay, so I don't want y'all to misinterpret that. I'm not speaking that on you. But get back in the ring and fight for what's yours. Get back in the ring and fight for what's yours. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what's mine. This book here is a workbook. This book here is a workbook. It's entitled Coming to Loving Yourself. Study Guide to Building Your Self-Worth. Okay? That book is on the web. This book is on the website. This book is on the website, on the web, on my website. I still use my website for e-commerce. I'm not gonna stop that. I'm not gonna stop that. The e-commerce, no, I'm not. I'm gonna use my e-commerce for my e-commerce. Okay, for to sell my books. Okay, authors. Okay, Come in Loving Yourself. This is an autobiography, inspirational book. Okay. I put out flyers. I go into people's inboxes. I'm going into your messenger box. I'm going into your DMs, and I'm talking about this book. I'm talking about my books. That's how I'm getting my sales. I've noticed since I've started doing that, the people buying the books. I was like, really? I'm like, I should have done this a long time ago. Going there, hey, do you like? My question is, I go in there and say, hello, how are you doing today? These are people that are friends to me on Facebook and Messenger and Instagram and things like that. And I go and say, hey, I do this almost every day. Hello, how are you doing? Do you like to read paperbacks or ebooks or hardback books? Then I give them the information. Okay, well, here go. I got a book for you to read. Sharice Johnson Moore here, Coming to Loving Yourself. It come in paperback, and it come back and you get an ebook, or and you can get an autograph, signed, and sent to you the next day. Okay, all right. How much is it? Send them the invoice. Pay the invoice. Okay. Hey, that. Sometimes you gotta go in and revamp your friends list on Facebook. Revamp your friend list on Facebook and try to get new people on your other website, on your other social media sites, new friends, new people. You might need a new group of people to meet. And it's good to collaborate or work with other authors as well, and get on their interviewing stage, like Speak Up Sis. That's what Angel Sharman. Okay, I don't know if y'all seen that. The interview I did with her. I've been doing interviews. Yes, some of the interviews you gotta pay for them. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Interviews you gotta pay for is because you're investing in your career as an author. You want the exposure. You don't know how many people watching her show or their show. I just did a free radio show, a podcast, and he got like almost 3,000 people listen to his podcast. Never despise the opportunity that you are given. And sometimes y'all get so big-headed, you block your own blessings from exposure. You block your own blessings from exposure because you don't want to interview. Then somebody. Okay, now this is the worst thing you could. This is the thing that you could do to block your blessings. I'm gonna give these points. Somebody send you an email. They give you the opportunity. Yeah, you might have to pay, but you do not correspond with the person back. Look, say, excuse me, but I can't do this interview at this time. And if you can't do the interview, don't. If you can't do the interview, you can't do it. Okay? That person would rather get an email saying, I can't do it at this time, or can we do it at a further date, than you sitting there holding on to a invoice that you ain't paid for. And then I also send the media release form with my email. I realized something somebody told me. They said you need to put a media release form in your package for your Authors Excerpt Sunday program because you are using their face and their likeness, and you need to ask for permission. So I put that in the email. You need all the exposure. You new authors, okay? If you paid for the marketing, okay, that's good. But if you don't have no money, you need to do other things that could be for free if you can't afford to do no paid stuff yet. Hey, graphic art designers don't cost that much. Get them to make some flyers for your business instead of being stuck in these author groups. Don't be stuck in these author groups. Okay, that's like being crabs in a barrel. Crabs in a barrel. Okay, I want somebody going to read a book. I don't mind writers reading it, but I want somebody that likes to read the book, love reading. I'm in a group. I'm stuck in this group. Okay, everybody doing the same thing. Yeah. Then you post something, and I've done this several times in some groups where I posted something, and here come the negative comments. I shouldn't have to pay. Well, I gotta pay. Okay, well, I don't know. I ain't know nothing about your book. It's on you. What you make off your book, that's on you. If you want to be broke, go right ahead and gotta work here, keep working a 9 to 5. Go right ahead. But if you want to really invest in your business, invest in your authorship, you'll put yourself out there. And the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities come your way for people to want to interview you. And you want to stay in that little corner over there in the corner, like the little boy with the dust cap on, go right ahead. That's okay. Or some people just write to write. They don't really want to publish nothing. And I understand that. It's a hobby. But mine ain't no hobby. I want to make a living off of my book. I had to make a literal change. I'm gonna tell you how I was working a job, CNA, certified nurse assistant, right? And okay, I got the certification and everything, whatnot, and everything. And I'm going to work. Okay, so I had sciatica pain. That's a nerve, the sciatic nerve running down my back. I had that problem at first. Had to miss a couple of days from work. Then I realized, that kind of set me in a pace of I'm missing days from work. That means I'm missing money for my job. Then I realized, okay, all right, okay. And I'm working myself to death. I'm working my regular job. I'm working. And I'm like, I'm tired and exhausted of working the hours. And then they want to yo-yo my hours at work. I was working for this private company. And they want to yo-yo my hours. And I got tired of that. Then I got to the point my feet were starting to swell up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, this is what's pushed me into a full-time career as an author, as an entrepreneur with my business as an author. and pushed me. Okay, and the thing was, my feet start swelling up. Doctor could pronounce me having gout. Okay, so that then I say this past September was the one that really did me in when I fell down my steps and broke my ankle. And I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't move. All I could do was just sit there in the bed and prop my leg up and wait for the doctor to say, okay, when is it gonna be time? The doctor said, no, it's not time. And I stayed in that boot that I had a boot on. Whenever I had to get up, I had to put this boot on. Whenever I walked with so I had to put it, and that really propelled me into my author career. All the stuff I had to deal with, the yo-yo, the job, and this, But you need exposure. There's more than just that. There's more people than where you live at. California. I even, and reach out and do a little motivational speaking and things like that. And tell people what your book is about. Do lives. Come on. Ain't nobody gonna know about you. You don't tell them. If you're an author, if you're an author, tell them every chance you get. Get you some flyers made. All right, I'm posting this day. Post every day about your book. Every day. Post. I don't give you live. Post. Do something. Tell people about your book. Because I was in this group. It's a Facebook group. And I asked this question. Why are you not doing interviews? Why are you not doing interviews? Oh, because they want us to pay for them. Don't you want to invest in yourself? You invest to make time to pay for this book to be printed. See, that book throw me off. Because they want us to pay for the interview. Don't nobody, you never know who you might run into with this interview. Then, see, the way I work Author's Excerpt Sunday is, okay, I see an author. All right, okay. Would you like to do an interview? They say, yeah. I say, okay, can I get your email address so I can see the information for the interview? Okay. And then I send the information, and in this information package, I send in the consent to media release form. Okay. And I send you an invoice right after my interview. I charge $50. Now, I've seen some interviews where they are $600, $500, $300. And I always look at it like, what am I getting for this price of money they want me to pay? There's another word of advice for you. What is you getting for the price of the interview you're paying for? Oh, we want you to be on the podcast. Okay, well, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm one person. I do all the work myself. I do all this work myself. I set the StreamYard up. I don't have nobody sitting at the computer screen for me, behind my computer for me. I don't have nobody sitting here setting setting up Instagram for me. I do this all myself. I don't have nobody writing nothing for me. I don't have a content writer. I don't have these fancy little screens, whatever. I don't have all that. I do everything myself, solo. And that's what the thing is. Hey, CPA, how you doing? Hello, baby. And I have a lot invested. And why I charge that fee is because I still got to pay for this internet. I can't live in no house. I can't pay I don't pay my rent. Rent is $680. I gotta pay that. I can't sit at home burn this electricity and yeah. Think about it. You got to pay bills at your house. This person is asking you to pay for interviews, got bills at their house too. Ain't nothing special about that. But you got to understand that it's always, I charge $50 for my interviews for Author's Excerpt Sunday. That's not nothing to compare to what I've seen, and all I get is talk on a podcast And I've seen people try to charge you $600 for that. Just talk on a podcast. You don't get to see your face. You just get to talk on this podcast. iHeartRadio, things like that. Patron, things like that. And it's like, okay. When you talk on Authors Excerpt Sunday, Authors Excerpt Sunday goes to my Facebook page, Sharice Johnson Moore 2. It goes to the LBM page, LBM TV Facebook page. It goes to LinkedIn page. It goes to YouTube and to Twitter and then Instagram. And then it goes to my streaming channel. That's why I have to have that media release form in your package for Author Excerpt Sunday, because you can't use nobody's face and their likeness and they talking and all. You can't use none of their stuff without their permission. Because somebody got on me about that. Okay, well, don't you supposed to send me a consent form? And then I realized that's why when I did other people's interviews, why they turned around and sent me a form that I had to sign for the consent to use their stuff. They use my stuff. It's my image. It's copyright. All my stuff is copyright, so I have to give you permission to use it. And I would always wonder why they did that. Why did they do that? Okay, well then I realized, okay, all right, cool. My thing is that, yeah, okay, you got to pay for interview, okay? If you can't pay the whole $50 to ask them, make a way. So you did the interview, so you can get out there. Oh well, I can't pay $50 a day. Can I pay like $25 now and $25 later? Ask them. Ain't nothing wrong with her. Closed mouth don't get fed, as my grandma would say. Okay? Closed mouth don't get fed. All right? Just want to give y'all a few pointers. And I also put your interview up on my streaming channel. LBM TV is a streaming channel. If you go to C, capital number 1, Media Network, you can find it on Apple TV. You can find it on Roku TV. You can find it on Amazon Fire Stick. You can find it on Android TV and Google TV. That app, C1 Media Network. And it could be viewed to 4.25 million people on a day. That's how many people watch streaming channels. You never know who's watching you. Oh, dang, I see. Okay, all right. I'm going to get her. I've gotten plenty of books like that, where people are advertising their books. And they talking about, and they got advertisements for the Instagram. They got an advertisement for a Facebook page. They got advertising. Invest in yourselves, authors. Ain't nobody gonna know about you. You don't tell nobody about yourself. I just seen an advertisement for Ashley, what's her name? Ashley Kirkland on Instagram. Is that? Here it is. Yeah, this one. I just seen the Ashley Nicole show. Okay, but I learned about Ashley through Audrey Richmond. So. And she got a book. This. See? I don't know if you can see this. This is an advertisement. Advertise y'all stuff and stop holding on and thinking somebody is going to. This is an advertisement for Instagram. Okay? Ashley, I'm using your likeness. I'm sorry, but I heard about Ashley through Audrey Richmond. That's who I watch all the time. I don't watch nobody else. I don't watch nobody else because I'm trying to learn something. And what you do is you listen to the people that's trying to help you. Some of y'all listening to the wrong people. Some of y'all are just all over the place. I'm listening to this. I need to do this. Listen. Being an author is not easy, but it's what you make of it. It's what you put into it. What counts. Okay? So, I just want to explain that about Authors Excerpt Sunday to you, and I want to know what you want to do with your career. Is it going to be sometime work on a part-time or full-time. That's on you. Okay? All right, authors. I will talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all another day. I'll probably be up here tomorrow. I don't know. But I will talk to you later. And, don't go nowhere. Coming to Loving Yourself, a study guide to building your self-worth is available now on www.sharicenjohnsonmoore.com. And Coming to Loving Yourself, the book is available on just click the link in the bio and it'll take you to the page. Okay, take you to my website and you can go and purchase this book. Okay, I also got t-shirts. I'm coming out the woodworks on you. Okay, I got t-shirts. This is what the front look like. This is what the front look like. This is what the front look like. This is what the back look like. Okay, this is what the back look like. Now, you can purchase the t-shirts. You can purchase them in a combo. You can purchase them in you can purchase them in a set. The two books is together as a combo. You can purchase all this as a set, a t-shirt book and a workbook. It's what it is. Okay, and I'm here to up my ante of not being afraid of failure. Yes, my book failed, flopped, did all, but I'm here because I'm not ready to give up my business yet. I done invested too much money with that last book, really, to give up and walk away. Okay, all right, and this is what tells you when you look at your numbers from last year and what you spent, you will be mad at yourself. I know I was. I was really mad. I went to a depression about it because I realized I spent all this money on this thing and the thing didn't cap off, didn't pop off, didn't do nothing. It was a total flop. But I'm still working at it. I even made that thing a workshop, child. I made it a workshop. I made the book, the workbook, a workshop. And I got 2 people to buy it in. And I was like, really? But I'm not ready to let go yet. I'm very stubborn. I'm like my grandma. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep doing what you got to do, Streets. Don't walk away quite yet because you never know. You never know. And some things have increased for me as far as interviews and advertisements and stuff because I've spent the money for the exposure. I spent the money for that exposure, that magazine. I spent the money for that. I spent the money for talking. Spend the money for this live. I spend the money. I invest in myself. I like investing in myself. At one time, I wouldn't invest in nothing but a crack pipe. Tell you that. I'll be honest with you. Now I'm investing in what I want to do, what my dreams are, what I want to be, what I want to become, what I know I can do. Okay? I'm investing in me. I'm investing in me the right way this time. I'm investing in me the right way this time. I'm investing in me the right way this time because I don't have time to play with you. I ain't got time to play. I got time to play with my money. I ain't run me my money. I just don't have the time. And I've also learned this. Don't put your eggs in no one basket. Don't put your eggs in no one basket. Okay? And we need as authors get off this free stuff. I'm not knocking free. But sometimes you got to spend the money to go to the next level. You want to get to the next level, you got to spend some money. You got to. You have to. You must. All right. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye, babies. Hello, everyone. Sharice Johnson Moore here, owner and CEO of LBM TV. At LBM TV, Our objective is to give you programming that will invigorate, motivate, and inspire you. Our programming will provide you with insight, in-depth knowledge, and solutions in your daily living. We can be seen on every smart TV, smartphone globally. We're located on the C1 Media Smart TV app, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Google TV. So get ready to enjoy positive, uplifting programming for your daily living here at LBM TV, where we care about you. Hello, everyone. Hello. Sharice Johnson Moore here, and I have something special for you. Okay, I'm starting a new streaming channel, and it is entitled LBM TV. Okay, so I want to get you seen in front of 4.5 million people. Okay. You know how many people that is that you could advertise your business to, that you could put yourself on front of the people to be seen? 4.5 million people. Oh my God, that's a lot of people, right? So I'm opening the door for all of those that would like to advertise on my TV channel, LBM TV, an opportunity to really get in front of the people. You can contact me through lbmtvmedia@gmail.com for further details. lbmtvmedia@gmail.com for further details. Okay, so I want to get you seen in front of 4.5 million people. Okay, so that's on a daily basis. And I wanted to let you know that I support all businesses. Okay, so come on in the room and get seen on TV. Okay, all right, babies, I love you.